Who
Gasp.
would have really believed that? There's a guy in the England. Number one, England lost because their manager made the worst substitution decisions of all time. But there was a guy in the match against England who had 6 fouls in the first half and didn't get booked for it. Normally, it's a booking every 3 fouls,
Right.
and this guy had 6 and didn't get booked. And it's like,
Bro, what are
bro,
we doing?
come on. Like, literally, all I'm seeing everywhere is like, look, Argentina get referee forgiveness again and again and again and again and again. And it's like, yeah, gee, I wonder why. It's almost like Lionel Messi is best friends with the guy who runs the completely innocent and not corrupt FIFA organization.
What? FIFA's never done anything
Absolutely
wrong.
not. Yeah.
Nope. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. I'm just tabbing that on there at the end just to be safe.
FIFA's just a little guy. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses.
Wouldn't I? Wouldn't I?
Wouldn't we?
Let's put me and you in this room at the same time, Boston. Let's see how much I wouldn't hit a little guy.
That's right. All right, are you guys ready to get started?
Sure. I'm in the wrong group of tabs on my browser, but yes.
All right.
I have to reload these tabs.
Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to a brand new episode of That Video Game Podcast, aka TVGP. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer
Hello.
and the Nymph.
Hello.
Let's put a quick plug here for our Patreon page at patreon.com/e1m1 or e1m1.cash.
Those ones are the numerical digits. 1.
You can get all the cool behind-the-scenes, uncensored, exclusive audio over there, including the Outcast this week, where we talk about driver's tests. Do you remember your driver's test? Write in. Comment below if you remember your
Would
driver's
you like
test.
to know more?
That's right. Work issues, the heat, the smoke, the fire. We got all of it over there. You also
Hey, it's not just you about that one this time.
I know. It is also me, because we have like a very large fire burning down by the border here. But you also get early access to Critical Misses and We Work Like It. At the $5 tier or higher, you get exclusive access to the production meeting for Critical Misses and the Wayward Sons, the Supernatural TV show watchcast. All of that and more, patreon.com/e1m1 or e1m1.cash.
Those ones are the numerical digits. 1.
2 quick plugs here. Right now we have a brand new episode out of TVGP's Game Club, where we talk about 1995's Phantasmagoria. Special notice here, I will be putting a content warning on that episode because of the contents of that game. Please make sure you read the content warnings. It's at the very beginning of the show notes of that episode. We don't get super explicit about it, but it is kind of an important part of that game, and we do talk about it in our coverage of that game. The next game that we're going to be covering is going to be the very first Diablo. And we talk about it at the end of that episode, but it looks like our recommendation is actually the GOG version because it comes with optional easy installations for like an HD texture pack and the like community mod for fixing stuff and putting controller support and fixing a lot of multiplayer stuff. It seems like it's kind of that's the best place to just like easily get all that stuff installed, set up. So the GOG version seems to be the best one. I want to make a personal plug here at the beginning before I forget, because I don't plug this enough for myself. But I stream every weekday over at twitch.tv/JansonPlays, and this upcoming Friday is going to be my first stream anniversary, so it'll be my anniversary of starting streaming full-time. So you want to come over and hop in for that, twitch.tv/JansonPlays. Also, because I'm not very good at marketing myself, if you have a Prime subscription, that would be a really great time to just get that free Prime subscription off onto my channel. I make 99% of my income from Twitch is from subscriptions, and Prime subs, if you don't spend them on my channel, You should spend them on somebody's channel. They are totally free to you, and they get your streamer paid. So please go do that.
Yep.
All right, Moon.
Really wish I had Prime so I could Prime sub you, but instead I just sub to you with my regular money instead.
I appreciate
know?
that. Thank you. All right, Moon. Score update, and then what have you been playing this past week?
So score update is a bit annoying. It's 906120.
Okay.
I really should have gone for the 90210, but it's one digit too short, so that
That's right.
was, probably bad. So listen again. Go join the Patreon. Listen to the Outcast stuff. You'll know why I haven't had a lot of time to play anything this week.
Yep.
On top of prepping for vacation next week, love an 8-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
Love 2 8-hour drives in 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
Really quick, I have to ask this, Boston.
Yeah.
Did you change those colors?
No, it's freaking me out here because I changed literally nothing on my machine, and now the restream chat
It seems to have gone with our color scheme.
Yeah, it's the restream chat is like, blue is the old thing. How about gray now? And I'm like, well, that fits us a little bit better, so sure. Okay.
Yeah, literally it's our color scheme. So
Yeah.
it's like I thought you'd done it because it fits our color scheme better, but it's like
I mean, yes, that's totally branding is very important.
if it's blue next week, I'm going to be very annoyed.
I'm also going to be very annoyed.
So the only game I have played this week is Lego Batman: The Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Whew. You go first, Boston, because I know roughly where you got up to, assuming you haven't played anything outside of streaming this.
Yeah, I don't really play anything outside of streaming. But yeah, I finished chapter 2, and that chapter 1 was like largely Batman Begins ish, and then chapter 2 turned out to be Batman 89 and Batman Begins kind of like mushed together, that like era.
Yep. So the thing I realized as well in that is I have not seen 1989's Batman.
Okay. So the
Really?
the
apparently add it to the list because there was
Yeah.
the sequence, the entire last sequence with the parade. I have no idea what that's referencing. So
that's 80. Well,
I have.
They also have an extended sequence of the Joker from 89 busting into the art museum, and I give them a lot of credit, even though YouTube got very mad at me. They just put that Prince song from the movie into the game in totality. And I'm like, you know what?
Heck yeah.
Good for you. That scene is famous largely because of that song. You should just put the song in instead of doing some like Lego version or like a Kids Bop version of it. I think that's really fun. Also, YouTube's very mad at me, but whatever. Take it up with the.
It's the same.
Warner Brothers.
It's the same thing we talked about with the Batmobile chase with the Penguin.
Yep.
Like that whole sequence is just like, yeah, let's just rip that music straight out of the movie, and it's like, yes, excellent.
YouTube wagged its finger at me about that too, of like, well, that's the Batman theme. It's like, yes, bro, it's in the Batman
bro, I know.
thing.
I'm playing the game.
Yeah, but I like in chapter 2 that they're starting to take the training wheels off a little bit. Like, you're able to you have more opportunities to wander around the open world stuff and like drive the Batmobile and do a bunch of like Riddler puzzles and do all the side stuff. I think the game does a pretty good job of saying, hey, here's a puzzle that you're in the middle of solving. You can't solve this part of the puzzle because you don't have the character or the tool or the ability or whatever. It'll just have a little lock icon of like, just come back later.
Yeah,
you don't know how to do this.
That's my one pet peeve is it has the padlock icon on the world map. If you can't do it, it doesn't have it when it's in your visual frame, like when you're not on the world map. I just wish it'd have the same padlock icon, like you're 20 feet away from it. It's like, look, there's a Wayne chest over here. You should go get this Wayne
That's
chest.
right.
And you get over there and it's like, no, I need an ability I don't have.
Right.
And it doesn't have the padlock there. But on the world map, it does, which credit where is due for the world map version. 100% love that. The
Yep.
fact that it has it there.
Yeah. But yeah, I only ran into one issue this week, and it was actually while Moon was watching during that parade float part at the end of chapter 2. They actually didn't do the thing that we've been complaining that video games have done for a while. They didn't. I was completely lost on how to solve this puzzle, and after
Uh-huh.
maybe a minute or two, it was a while, then Catwoman eventually goes, "Hey, maybe we should check underneath the float." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know I could get down there." But the game gave me enough time to struggle with it a little bit before going,
Yep.
instead of like 2 seconds later being like, "I bet there's something underneath this float." And it's like, okay, I mean, I'm not even all the way to the top. Like, give me a second here. So huge credit
Yeah.
for this game just letting me fail at it for a little bit without immediately giving the solution.
So what you're saying is Catwoman is the anti-Atreus,
That's right.
is what you're saying.
That's right.
In more ways than one. You know, she's mortal, she's human, she's female, you know, the
Yep.
usual stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But
yeah, so
still great. It's still I wish I've been playing more of it, but I'm trying to take it in smaller chunks because I feel like
yeah.
after I play a couple hours straight, I'm sort of like, okay, I can take a couple of days off this, and I don't feel like some of the Lego games where I feel that immediate pull. This isn't a negative, but I don't feel that immediate pull to be like, okay, I just like one more level. Like, oh, there's like I just unlocked the
yeah.
races. Maybe I could just do one more set of races. I don't really feel that.
So I do have that, but only for the open world stuff. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
case of, well, I want to do another mission. It's usually a case of, I've got 10 minutes before I need to go to bed. I bet you I could knock out like 5 or 6 of these open world things, and then I just bounce from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next,
Yep.
and just try and get as many of them done as possible. Because it feels like every time I'm completing a level, it is unlocking more open world stuff for me
Right.
to do. And it's like, I know where this is heading, and spoiler alert, it's heading exactly where you think it's going to head.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm just going to clear these out while I'm nearby, just to try and minimize the amount of grinding I have to do later.
Mhm.
Like you said, you unlock Catwoman. I have unlocked the next 2 characters after that one.
Okay.
Not going to tell you what they are, but if you know Batman storylines, you should know exactly what they are as you're going forwards.
I think that the store description of the game said there's 7 characters in it, something like that. So
yes,
I think it's all going to be like the ones you're thinking of.
Yes, so I have unlocked the next 2, and I've also been teased on one of the ones after that. So
Okay.
again, if you know Batman history, you know what happens to one character to this character. Like, you know,
Right.
this transition that's going to take place.
Also, big credit to them having fun with how Catwoman uses her abilities. She has this ability in the game to summon a cat to like go climb through vents and distract guards and stuff. And to summon it, she just pulls out a laser pointer and just shines it on the ground back and forth, and a cat just springs out. And it's like, okay, great. Like that's exactly.
And it's a different cat as well every time.
Yeah, every time it's a different like breed of cat. And it's like that's exactly what I want out of these games. Like just having a little bit of fun with the mechanics in the game. I think that's great.
Yeah. But like one of my favorite things so far, and I think I mentioned this like previously when we were talking about it, is they're taking essentially the cinematic world of Batman with a little bit of the comics mixed in, because Red Hood 1 is not in any of the comic books.
Right.
And they're taking a little bit of like the cinematic stuff, a little bit of the comic stuff, and just making it one timeline, and kind of not really giving an F if it doesn't really match up that well.
Right.
Like where I'm at now, like I've got Batman, Gordon, the next character, and the next character, and in the cinematic universe that makes no sense, because Catwoman should not be associated with these two other characters, but they don't care. They're just like, this is how it is.
It's a
in this
Batman
world.
character. They're going to be
Deal with
hanging
it.
out together. That's how it works. It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Great.
exactly. And like, I'm having a whole bunch of fun with it. Like, so I'm assuming you've seen the towers at this point, like the big radio towers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They do exactly what you think they do, which didn't occur to me until I got the character that unlocks them.
Okay.
They are the detector for every open world event on that island or that zone that you're in. Exactly.
No. Is it is the person that interacts with those towers Barbara Gordon?
Yes, it's Barbara Gordon who interacts with those towers. Specifically, Batwoman Barbara Gordon.
Who I wasn't sure if it was going to be like Oracle Barbara Gordon or Batwoman. I'd be okay with either one.
They might become Oracle, because if you look at like the character select screen, there is like, I think I've got 2 left, maybe 3 left, and one of them does not look like they're in a bat outfit, and I'm like,
interesting.
Who's that? Like, I don't know who that is.
Right.
I know who one of the next ones is because, okay, minor spoilers for the Batman comics and movies for the past 100 years.
And also a kid's game.
Yes. The character after Catwoman is Robin.
Oh, sure. Okay.
That makes sense. Kid version of Robin, but as you progress, you finish that storyline, and then Barbara is the one after that who gets introduced while you're dealing with Robin. So like at the point I'm at, Robin's like a late teenager, early like young adult, and Barbara is the same kind of age, and Robin keeps talking in the cutscenes about his new suit that he's working on. It's like, gee, I wonder where you're going with this.
Moon, did you ever see the Lego Batman movie? By the way,
I don't think I saw the Lego Batman movie.
Every time oh
wait, yes I did.
Okay,
that's the story of the Batman and the Joker.
Yeah, like every time I think of Robin, I always think of Robin from Lego Batman, of like, oh, my name's Richard, but everyone calls me Dick. And Batman goes, well, children can be mean. It's like, yeah, incredible.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. That's a really good Robin and Batman as well in that. But
yeah,
if only this Robin had some form of wing they could fly about at nighttime, it would be really fun for them to do that, you know?
Or if you could go beyond.
Yes. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But I mean, it's been really fun to play. I'm enjoying the new mechanics. But the second I got Barbara and unlocked that first tower, it literally became an Assassin's Creed map.
Yep.
And I was like, oh no. So now I'm just like, anytime I finish a mission, wherever I end up, whatever island, I'm just going to do like 5 or 6 of these. Because like I said, they take minutes usually to do one of them.
They're very short. Yeah.
Like super simple, super fine and enjoyable to do. So like, I'm just going to do a couple of them every time. Because by the time I get my next character, there's going to be like 50 more of these on every single thing. And one thing I did find out is if you complete a certain classification, so if you open the Subwayne doors, which you forgot about and then remembered during the stream.
So good. Subwayne.
If you open them all, you get a skill brick for it. So when you complete it, you get an additional skill brick.
Oh, okay. Like, interesting.
Okay. Now I'm going to increase this a bit more and so on and so forth. But
I love the open world stuff, though, because all of them, like they've done in a lot of the other Lego games, they're exactly long enough to be interesting, but never too long that you're kind of getting lost with it, where it's like, okay, here's a Wayne Tech thing that gets you like an upgrade chip. You can follow 3 wires, solve a small puzzle with each of the 3 wires, the chest opens, and you're back on your way. Like, it's very direct and succinct in a way that I think is really fun.
And even the Riddler ones, like, they're slightly more tricky to do the Riddler ones, but when you figure out what they are, it's like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Like, I like this. It's just enough of a teaser, like of a brain teaser to be like, a kid might need help with this, but maybe not necessarily. And also, it's the open world section, so it doesn't really matter if
Right.
it gets done or not, kind of thing. Like, I'm enjoying every part of it. I love the gadgets and abilities that get added in with the different characters. That is something I will not spoil, because I think some of them are hilariously stupid.
Great.
And they do the Lego thing in all of them, where it's just like, yeah, this tech kind of makes sense in the really weird way that like Batman makes sense, but the way they operate on it, like you said, with Catwoman's laser pointer that summons cats, like
Yep.
it's just chef's kiss, like Three Stooges style humor, like this just perfectly executed. And well, you said it yourself during like the parade sequence that you were in. Like you said you hope that he has the big gun in that,
Yeah.
and then he pulls out the big gun.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, yeah, we know what's gonna happen because we've seen the films or we know the Batman lore, and it's just
Yeah.
like, I'm excited now though, because like I said, the way they're blending the timeline so weird is like you've got Red Hood 1 at the start, and then you run across 89's Joker. And like I think you were talking about on stream, like they do a really good impression of Jack Nicholson's Joker, you said.
They do, yeah.
And then the end of that sequence, he falls from a big height, hits the floor, does like snow angels in like balloons or something. And then when you see his face, he's got the Heath Ledger scars on his
Yep.
face all of a sudden. And he says, whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger, in a Heath Ledger voice. And I'm
Yep.
like, okay, I can't wait till I run across the Joker again, because that means I'm going to get the Heath Ledger version in
Yeah.
Lego format. So like, yeah, let's do that.
But like that's what you were just talking about, in a way that they're like mixing and melding and mushing all this stuff together in a way that just feels fun. Like, I don't care if it quote unquote like makes sense or whatever. It's just a lot of fun to play. Of like, oh, he had the long gun from '89. All right, great. You know, like we have the big
Yeah.
Duckmobile from Batman Returns. It's like, yeah, great. All right, that was
Yeah.
stupid.
Which
it's
I
good.
was very disappointed that you didn't get the vocal call on that one.
Right.
So the boss fight in 89, or not, is it 89? It might be after 89. The Penguin boss fight that you have to do, basically, he's got a giant duckmobile that fires
Yeah.
stuff. And one of the vocal triggers I got from the Penguin while he's shooting at me was, well, I just started blasting, which is a direct
So
reference
good.
to him in Always Sunny, I believe it
I
is.
think it is, yeah.
And they just keep mixing their worlds like this so efficiently, and it's
Yep.
just like, you're doing it right because kids are going to find it funny because it's dumb and comedic, and things happen. Like earlier in the video, you were playing Two-Face. Harvey Dent got hit in the face with a pie,
Yeah.
and then the cop, like Gordon's like, "What's in that water?" And the guy's like, "What's in that cup?" And the guy's like, "Water." And then he splashes it on Harvey's face, and he's like, with a little bit of salt, a hint of lime, some lemon, and just a touch of sriracha. And in the background, you can just hear Harvey Dent screaming while he's got this water filled with spicy stuff thrown in his eyes.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, you're doing it right where it's going to be funny for kids. It's
Yep.
also funny for adults. Like, this feels like the best perfectly balanced Lego game that I've ever played.
Well, and I totally forgot until I was watching here in this video of the like explosive foam that you draw.
I was gonna bring that up too.
In the
I had seen that. I was like, oh, I'm glad they kept it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Arkham game bat symbol, and I'm like, you're just. I love that they're just putting all of this stuff together, and also just being like, yeah, it's also an Arkham game at the end of the day.
The way he turns around and looks at the camera when you use that form too is just so good. Right? It's like
So
Lego
good.
Batman hunched over with his cape behind him, just staring down the camera while the wall explodes. It's like, yeah,
just like an Arkham.
Everything about it is gold.
Yep. This game's really good. I mean, like,
Phenomenal.
almost all of these Lego games by Traveler's Tales have been really good. But this one is, so far, has been exceptionally good.
And like we talked about it a little bit last week too, but like you have the hook unlock now too, where like you can, during the stealth sequences, you can do the Arkham thing of like hanging people upside down on everything.
Yeah.
And it feels so fluid and non-punishing. Like,
yeah,
I think I've got to one heart once, is the lowest I've ever gotten, but it's just so dumb and fun and stupid in just the best ways that it can be.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely adore these games. This game in particular is like, I'm so glad I bought this like sight unseen, because it's like, you're gonna give me an Arkham game in the Lego style. Yeah, let's see how it is. And then it's past every expectation I could have had of it. Like, the fact that it has the Lego Arkham combat in there too is just like, with the focus moves, which are easier to pull off, with the style of fighting where you have to dodge and counter depending on what people have, and it's just like, yeah, this is great. This is absolutely amazing. And voice acting, like the performance, like of the characters in the cutscenes, every single part of it has just been chef's kiss, phenomenal so far.
Yeah, and I love how Batman's voice actor really leans into the like cheesy gruffness of it. Like, he never goes over the top, but
yes,
it goes just enough to sort of be like, all right, this is kind of goofy, and I sort of love it.
Well, it feels like he was definitely inspired by the Lego Batman movie performance, but doesn't ham it up that much, because like there's this, you'll get to it with Robin, and I'm curious to see what you think of it, but Robin keeps making dad jokes, like really bad dad jokes the entire time, like a kid would. And every time he makes one, Batman has got some snarky comment to say to him, and he does it like in missions, he does it in open world, he does it everywhere, and it's just like, Robin, we don't do that here.
That's
kind
right.
of thing.
That,
and it's just like,
that's great.
It's just really good.
Oh man. Yep.
I love this game. This game is phenomenal. Like,
agreed.
If you can't afford it, I completely understand. If you can afford it and you like the Lego games, cannot recommend it enough. Like, phenomenally fun, genuinely good time to play. But yes, that is literally all I have been playing this week.
All right, Nimp, why don't you take us away?
Literally all I've been playing this week is Granblue Fantasy Relink again.
Oh, yeah.
So I, as well, have not had much time to play anything, so I just needed a game that I could get in and out with, didn't really have to think a whole lot about. The last time I talked about this game, I had beaten the main story, and I was starting to get to the point where you start doing the, what's called Chapter 0, which is all the in-game content. And once you beat the story, you then have to start increasing your quest difficulty, so that way you can start grinding into better areas to get better items and experience and master points and all this other fun stuff. So I did that every once in a while. I would pop on for 5-10 minutes, mess with that. And I'm like, there has to be an easier way for me to mess with this more. And going through the settings, I had seen that I can basically make this game play itself almost. There is a assist that you can turn on. I had it off this entire time, but you can do assist mode, which makes it where you just hit square and the game will finish out your combos and your movesets and stuff like that for you. Or you can go into full assist mode, where all you have to do is just direct your, like, move your character, and your character will just do everything else at that point in time.
So
it's like,
that's kind of fun that they keep that, because like the original being a like mobile and web-based gacha game, that's such an important part of those games, and it was an important part of Granblue Fantasy. I played that for probably longer than I should have. But like that, like grinding for materials by auto battling is an important part of that, and it's fun to see them bring that over into a game that's in the same universe but significantly different.
Well, and for me, I am just using it as a, I'm lazy and don't want to think. However, for someone that does have issues, like either physically or mentally, where they just can't get this stuff going, it really opens it up where it's like, here's a game that you can play that, due to your physical inability or mental inability, you can still enjoy this game.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's not just always about me being lazy. It just helps.
Accessibility is important. We've talked about it forever on this show.
Yes. So at this point right now, what's happening with me is there are still some story elements that are sprinkled in here a whole lot. I don't know much about Granblue Fantasy except for the fact that it had started out as a mobile game, turned into an anime, and I think there are like books and stuff on it now. Like it kind of went the reverse route of what everything else seems to do.
Right.
So there is still more story that's happening, but at this point I have picked 4 characters. I don't remember their names because I was not prepared for this. And those are the 4 that I'm currently grinding out now. I have all 4 of them up to level 100.
Oh wow.
I have created all of the weapons. Each character has 6 weapons that you can create. I've only unlocked 5 of them. I don't know how to get the 6th one yet for all of them. Every time you level up a weapon, you basically have a max level for that weapon, and then you have to uncap it, which is where the whole grinding comes in, where it's like, okay, for me to uncap it, I have to have this set of materials. This now opens it up, so that way I can go from level 45 to 60, from 60 to 75, 75 to 100, and so on. They kept that as...
I'm glad and saddened that they carried that over from the mobile game, too.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. So they kept that from the mobile game.
Right.
That I know for sure, because that's every mobile game.
Yep.
So, the best part about this is, as I've been playing this, you can go through and look at that list of items that you need, and you see, oh, I have none of this one item. You can go into the details on that same menu and highlight that item and put it on your wish list. And now what can happen is when you go into the area to do your quests or to grab quests, you can just tell it, hey, I want to hit square on PlayStation. It'll show you the list of everything that you have on your wish list. Click on that item. It'll show you do any of these quests. And this has the possibility of dropping that item.
That's great. Instead of like having to find... Oh, look through the list of each one. Oh, it might be a drop from this one. That's cool.
Yep. And I have already had it because I'm far enough in this that I'm kind of in between the last difficulty that I can unlock on the base game, where there are a couple items where it's like we don't know where you can unlock, where you can farm more of this item.
Interesting.
But it's in my wish list right now. So when I do eventually unlock those, it will pop up like a little icon next to that quest. Even if you're not on that menu, there'll be like this little magnifying glass icon there showing that, hey, there's an item that you're looking for that this quest provides. So it's like, cool.
Huh.
This is helping me a lot. I have been doing so much grinding in this, and there's so much like recycling and things like that. It reminds me a lot of what I was doing in Division 2.
Oh, yeah.
These both have that grind cycle where it's like, okay, I'm grinding all these items. I don't need these items. Let me move this into something else. That way I can use it for what I'm currently grinding for.
Right.
And there's just all that extra helping and stuff. Like both of these games, while they are time wasters, they do not waste your time trying to get to the thing that you want to do, which I really like about both of those games. So I'm at a point now, I just unlocked the Legends grade quest difficulty. So I have the Manic difficulty that I've just unlocked that I'm going through those, and after this it's going to unlock the Proud difficulties for these quests.
Just like Kingdom Hearts.
So I can... Just like you.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, but the second you say proud difficulty, I immediately got like shivers through my entire soul because
thunder. Get on Hydra's back.
So the Endless Ragnarok DLC did come out this month for this game, which is kind of the other. There's 2 reasons I started this game. One, because of the Endless Ragnarok coming out this month. I do want to eventually check that out.
Their like first or second big DLC pack, right?
So they've had like small character DLC releases that you can buy. So they have like 2 things going on here. So yes, it is their one big DLC that's come out.
Right.
The base game itself has 20 playable characters in it.
Okay.
All of the characters play completely different from each other. Even if they have the same weapon type, they all play completely different from each other.
Oh, nice.
Each character has its own skill tree that you put master points into.
Mm-hmm.
each character has 6 weapons that you have to upgrade, and each of those weapons, once you've upgraded them to a certain point, have their own skill tree that you can put master points into for buffs. So that's a lot of people. In the Ragnarok, or I'm sorry, in the first 2 character DLCs, they brought in 3 new characters, so that brought it up to 23.
Okay.
And in Ragnarok, they have 6 new characters that they just introduced, and like a ton of different things.
Jeez.
So we're looking at almost like 30 characters right now that, again, all play completely different, all have their own weapons to upgrade and their own skill trees to fill out.
Right.
And this also has included, and I just had to look it up because I didn't have it yet, this includes a new difficulty called Fate Breaker, which now that introduces beyond Proud Mode, there is now Chaos, Chaos Plus, and Chaos Plus Plus. And there is one more difficulty after that. Once you beat Plus Plus, you then unlock, it looks like something called Ultimate Challenge.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's just a constant grind fest for this game, which I was down for. That's what I was looking for.
Right.
So like I said, I have my 4 main characters. One character, I'm doing this one character at a time. All of them are level 100 just because they all get the same amount of experience. But the master points that you use for the skill trees are just in a pool. So anytime you earn master points, you can use it on any character. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
So I've completely filled out one character, and the skill trees are separate, where you have an offensive skill tree, a defensive skill tree, the weapon skill tree that I was talking about a moment ago, and then I unlocked some new thing where there's 3 levels to it, and you put master points into it, and it just randomly gives you like certain status buffs and stuff that are permanent until I guess you run it again to get better ones. I don't know. But there's 3 different levels of that I can mess. So it's like they have dumped a lot into this game.
Yeah.
But I have one character I think is almost done. There's like 2 more weapons that I have to upgrade to level 150 that I'm finding components for. Once that is done, I can then move on to my next character and then my other 2 characters. And these are just the characters that I'm using for farming. I haven't even bothered to look at like what the min-maxing, this is the characters you should be running kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at what type of skills these characters should be using that I am using, because I'm like, oh, these skills are working so far. I'm not having any issues. So we'll just keep it here. There's also these orbs that you can equip on your characters that increase like attack and like all these other base functionalities. There is one that I've seen on Reddit several times brought up, and I think it's called the War Sigil. I have no clue what it does. I have no clue why I want it. But apparently this is the thing that everyone grinds for, because this is what gives your characters like that extra push that they need to do more damage, which I find insane, because depending on what I'm fighting in manic mode right now, I'm still doing like 100,000 damage on one regular attack.
Right.
So I don't know what I'm going to be fighting in Proud mode, where it's like, no, you need these war sigils because you need to be doing more.
Oh God, what for? Oh no.
Yeah, we're getting into Disgaea numbers, basically, which is great, because I also know it's in the show notes, but Disgaea Mayhem is coming out next month.
Right.
Or not next month, next week, this coming week. And I'm excited for that. I can't wait for my copy to come in, which is kind of why I'm like, all right, I'm going to get warmed up on this, but this is already turning into what I'm hoping that ends up being. So we'll see.
Right.
But I only have like 36 hours in this game.
Okay.
Like, and I was actually surprised. I figured I was like close to 80 with as much time as I've had invested in this game. So now I'm just running around and like grab a quest, beat a boss, beat the boss a couple of times to get a couple things, go back in, level stuff, upgrade things, go back in, fight something else. That's all I've been doing with this game, and that's all I needed to do.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm kind of scared to get into the Ragnarok stuff. That DLC is, I think it's $29. There's like 2 versions of it. There's like a deluxe version of it, which everyone's like, don't buy it, and that one's like $52 or something like that.
Okay.
You just need apparently to buy the standard version, which is $29, which I'm going to do at some point. But that just
And
sounds
the
like
base
there's
game
like
wasn't full price when it launched.
no, it was like a $40 game.
That's what I thought. Yeah, 40, $50, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a steal, honestly. If you can find it, especially if you can find it used somewhere. Like, no one cares about Granblue except for me, apparently,
Yeah.
and a couple other really good fans. So it's like, I bet you could find this thing used for like $30, $20 somewhere
Probably,
if you
yeah.
look. So I would highly recommend this game. It is still like, it's one of those things where every once in a while in the back of my mind I'm just like, oh, let me put that back in, and oh yeah, no, this is what I need right now.
Yeah.
So one thing I am looking forward to is that I had seen with the new update, they have added summons to the game, which one of the characters, the blue-haired girl, I don't remember her name, she is a summoner. That's part of this whole thing. She becomes a playable character in the new online stuff or the new update that you can purchase.
Oh, nice.
And you can summon her summons and you control them like Final Fantasy X, basically. Only without the commands. It's just you running around as that summon, jacking things up. So it's like, all right, that sounds really cool. And apparently you have to earn the summons. And I'm a sucker for earning summons.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this game. I've just been hitting it up here and there. And that's all I've really had time to play. So Granblue Fantasy Relink. Do not get it confused with the fighting game. Two completely different games.
Granblue Fantasy
almost the same.
Versus?
I think so. Yeah. Because I have that for free for some reason digitally. But which I hear that the fighting game is really good too. But that is not what you're wanting if you want the grinding stuff. So
it's now there's two of them. I actually didn't realize. Granblue Fantasy Versus and Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. So I guess there's two fighting games now. I did not know that.
Great, because I think the DLC for
only
this
two
one is
out of all of them. I mean, that's really great.
Only two fighting
I'm
games.
glad Street Fighter's on hiatus.
Yeah.
Seriously. I think the DLC for this one is Ragnarok Rising. So it's like, can we make the titles just a little more different from each other?
No.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing. I've just been screwing around with Granblue and having a great time with it. So
nice.
Boston, do you have anything else to talk about?
I have been playing a lot of Marathon this week. It's
okay.
I'm also in that position where like I need something that's kind of familiar to play and something that I don't like. Marathon is not an easy game basically ever. But for me, there's enough variety in the modes at the moment that if I don't want to do something hardcore, I've been doing a lot of Rook runs this week. That's the scavenger class where you're joining in the middle of other people's runs and like gathering the stuff that they've left behind. So like I've been doing a lot of those this week because not only do I need a lot of I'm also farming for materials for upgrade trees. And like Rook runs are great for doing that because it's so low risk. You can't bring anything in with you, so you just bring in whatever it gives you. And if you die, that's fine. Like you don't really lose anything. The only thing you lost is maybe a couple of minutes of your time. But if you succeed, a lot of times you're kind of picking up the things that people are leaving behind that you probably need. Like they're leaving behind all of this gray quality salvage, and I need all of that stuff for my upgrade trees. And a lot of the like really hardcore players are done upgrading their trees, so they're just leaving that stuff behind. So great for me to hit a point of interest on the map, scoop up as much as I can wherever I spawn, and then get the hell out of there and kind of rinse and repeat over a couple matches. So I've been doing that. Been doing a lot of trio stuff when we can, especially on Thursday night, trying to like the Hannah is still going through some of the earlier quests, so we're doing a lot of that stuff. And doing a lot of solos, trying to I have half of the factions at VIP rank now, which means I've hit level 30 with them. And I'm working on the other three. One of them is 28, I think, one of them, and the last two are 15. So it's like I still have quite a bit to go. The PvP faction is definitely going to be the last one that I get, because I don't when people say they avoid PvP in this game, it gets the stereotypical marathon fans very upset, of like, oh, Baby doesn't want to play PvP in the PvP game. It's like, no, I just want to bring my stuff out of the run with the highest chances, and the highest chances are don't fight other runners. So if we fight other runners, I can probably take them out, because I'm okay at the PvP side of the game. But if I don't have to run that risk, I'm not going to. And that's, I want to get my stuff and get out, or keep my stuff and get out. So like,
So I hate the people that are always like, well, that's just part of the game. You just being angry all the time because you can't do the thing that you want to do. And it's like,
Right.
look, I get that it is part of the game,
yeah,
but also I'm angry and I want to do the thing that I want to do. And if this
Right.
game isn't going to let me, I'll just play something else.
yeah. So like, it's always funny because they're like, well, PvP is part of extraction shooter. And it's like, it absolutely is. And I'm glad it's in there, because I do have fun doing that. But at some point, I need to exfil with some loot. And
Yeah.
if I can avoid the PvP, then my chances of exfilling raise dramatically. So that's great. But again, if I see another team or another player running through a POI and fighting bots underneath me, and I have a height advantage, you better know I'm going to try and take advantage of a favorable position that I'm in versus an unfavorable position that they're in. Like, I'm not going to be like, well, let them do their thing, no big deal. And I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna get a bunch of rep, and I'm gonna get everything that's in their bags, because they didn't know I'm there. So like, it's just trying to play as smart as possible. You don't have to fight every fight. And for some reason that makes people mad, but everybody's mad all the time anyway, so it's not surprising. So I'm honestly just having a lot of fun. I have one trophy left to the platinum, which is they changed the wording on it when they patched they started season 2.
Oh, they fixed it. The 100 levels one.
Yeah, the wording was confusing before, and the wording is a lot more clear now, which is reach level 100 within one season, which that makes a lot of sense. You get like a cool emblem, you get some extra seasonal stuff as well, like some codex stuff. So like, that's the only trophy I've left. I'm level 85, 84 right now, so I'm like, I can see the finish line here. And
Say, how much longer do you have before the wipe?
September 22nd. So I have a very long time.
Okay.
Plus, next week on Tuesday, they're starting their brand new experimental mode called Vault Breakers. And that's the PvE only mode on the endgame map Cryo Archive. That's going to be unfortunately running for 2 weeks. I wish it was until the end of the season. They're also saying when Season 3 launches in September, that there's going to be a permanent PvE mode in that they're not talking about yet. But the majority of the XP you get for in the seasonal XP is by defeating PvE enemies. So in this mode, I'm expecting, because you're only fighting PvE enemies, to just start skyrocketing through seasonal levels. But we'll see next week. But I'm pretty interested in this new mode they're having, because it's a mode that people have been asking for quite a while, of, hey, I just want to go do something PvE focused. Like you were talking about with Granblue Fantasy, it's at the end of a long work week, or I just want to hang out with my friends, or I just want to like shoot a bunch of robots in this video game, but I don't want to have to worry about. I can elect to do PvP stuff if in the kind of standard extraction modes, or
Yeah.
I can do this PvE only mode, and just focus on that stuff to kind of chill or whatever. So and thankfully they have said that you can't break the economy completely. Like you don't get to choose what you come into with Vault Breakers, and you can't take any loot out of Vault Breakers. So it can't be like, I'm just gonna loot the end game map by myself, nearly risk-free for hours and hours. Hooray! They are thankfully how it's supposed to work. We'll find out next week. Is that you're earning a meta progression currency in a run. You're like looting a currency. And then as you're taking that out, you're spending that in the armory, which is like the in-game non-real money store, to then purchase things for the other mode. So like you're purchasing equipment and gear and weapon mods and all of that stuff that you can then take into the other mode. So you can still improve your vault, but you're not like taking nonstop purple and gold items out of the end game map and then like steamrolling people in the other modes. So on paper it sounds good. So we'll see. I will be playing a lot of it this week, and hopefully I should be playing it solos, duos, and trios, which those are all available immediately. So we'll see how Vault Breaker does. I'm curious to see. I still have a lot of feelings about it, because I like Marathon as it is. I think the extraction shooter part of it is good. And I think the reaction to a lot of this stuff has been frustrating of if Bungie wants to take Marathon and extend it closer to the Division 2, I'm good with that. Where you have a PvP mode, you have a PvE mode, you have a PvP VE mode, you have the extraction. Like you have all these different modes that can kind of complement each other and feed into each other in interesting ways. I think that's great. But there's been, since the hate train of Marathon just continues to roll on, and it's getting faster as player numbers decrease, honestly, to kind of a concerningly low level. But the number of people that are like, it's like a last-ditch effort to try and save Marathon, which Marathon doesn't really need saved because Sony, hopefully they are telling the truth. They're saying that they're just going to stick with it for a while. This is just another facet of the game as opposed to a last-ditch effort to save the game or whatever. So
I say they just put 255 of you on one map and have at it.
That's right. Yeah, 100 people, a ring shrinks down, there's a big storm. Yeah.
No, not even a ring. I want old school mag.
That's
Bring
right.
it back. Throw it in here.
Yeah, the thing that really drives me a little bit crazy is that there's a perception disparity in this game that if you watch the streamers that are like at the top end of the kind of the play styles or the viewer counts or whatever, a lot of times you'll see them kind of going from POI, point of interest, to POI, and doing a bunch of PvP to wipe every other team off the map as fast as they can, and then looting the map with like basically no risk, and then exfilling. And they kind of do that time and time again because they know they're good at PvP, and they can kind of lower the potential risk so low that they can loot that map pretty quickly. That's not how 99% of people play the game. So there's so many people out there that are like, well, it's just a battle royale with more steps. That's the thing you hear the most of, like, people just roaming the map and clearing the whole thing and then looting it. It's like, the majority of people genuinely aren't. The majority of people are, like, trying to play smart and trying to avoid these sort of fights, and then trying to get out as quickly as they can or as quietly as they can. So there's still this, I know it's hard to believe that there's a perception problem of what a video game actually is on the internet. But like, a battle royale with more steps is like genuinely not what the majority of the people that are still playing this game are doing. And that's been pretty frustrating, but I'm hoping that some of the stuff that Vault Breakers is going to bring can potentially, I wish it was around for longer, because what I really would like is for there to be a PvE mode. Let me take it back. I think the best way to learn Marathon, the weapons or the maps or your shell's abilities or whatever, is to just go play the game, go crash upon the rocks, and hopefully you exfil, or sometimes you're not going to, and you're going to learn something new every run. And I like it because I like roguelikes, and that's part of the learning experience of, like, the Dwarf Fortress thing. Like, death is, like, losing is fun. And I understand why people are frustrated about that. I get frustrated when people are like, well, I can't learn the map because people are always PvPing me. It's like, yeah, but you're going to get better at the map the more times you play it. Like, you...
Also, like, do you know what type of game you signed up for?
Also, like, that's video games. Like,
Yeah.
It's frustrating. Like, I genuinely don't think that people know what they signed up for when they pick up an extraction shooter. And I think that's okay. I think it's the overwhelming success of Arc Raiders, I think, has potentially hurt and helped the genre, because I think more people know what extraction shooters are and kind of the overall play style of them. I think the aggression-based matchmaking of Arc Raiders has potentially hurt people's perception of the PvP portion of an extraction shooter being important. And I think in Marathon, it seems to be a bit more important than a lot of the other extraction shooters. I'm mainly thinking of Arc Raiders and Tarkov, where, like, because the maps are smaller in Marathon and the POIs are so much closer to each other, you can sometimes hear someone at the next POI next to you fighting bots. So you can say, okay, in my case, I'm always like, okay, we're on Dire Marsh, someone's fighting at algae ponds. That's not what where we're going next. We need to keep in mind they might be rotating to our POI next. Just keep an eye out for it as we're going on. But I'm not going to go push to them to say, like, well, let's take advantage of this to try and knock them out. So people that have that frustration and people that want to learn the maps in a lower risk environment, I'm hoping that, to be blunt, they're going to put their money where their mouth is with Cryo Archive, the map that's hardest to learn by just playing it, because you need to spend like 5,000 credits to get in, and like there's all this, it's an endgame map. I'm hoping that they do take an opportunity to learn this map in PvE, and then potentially take that level of comfort with the weapons or the shells or upgrading their vault or whatever, and then take that into the rest of the game eventually, in whatever like way that they feel comfortable with. I wish that Vault Breakers was around for longer so they'd have more of an opportunity to get comfortable with the game and then say, okay, well, I know my shell and its abilities by heart. I know my favorite weapons. I know my like weapon mods and implants and like my loadout that I really like. Now I feel a little bit more comfortable doing the other maps or doing the other modes and that sort of stuff. I'm not sure how completely likely that is, but I think that's my long-term hope of getting people comfortable with how Marathon plays and then bringing them into kind of the core modes over there. But we'll see.
Just start telling people to get good, and then people will start playing the game out of spite.
So, like,
yep. I mean, that's worked for every other game ever in the history of video games.
And it's really a problem. There are a lot of problems with Marathon right now. I love the game, and I will fully admit there are a lot of issues. There are a lot of growing pains, etc., etc. The community, as it gets smaller and smaller, has started to get way more, not aggressive, but argumentative about people coming in saying like, hey, I tried this game. It's only $40. I bought it. My friends and I played it for a little bit, but like this, that, and the other thing were confusing, or like the matchmaking isn't great. There's no skill-based matchmaking, which I think is still a really bad idea for this game. And like, here are all of my frustrations, or here's the things that I kind of wish it did better. And the feedback they usually get is, okay, cool, go play something else. It's like, they don't want to. Like, that's the thing. They don't want to go play another game. They want to play Marathon, but for this list of reasons, they can't play this, or they were confused, or they got pushed out of the game, or whatever. And you pushing them out again is just making the problem worse and making Marathon's perception worse. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Marathon right now, but hopefully next week, on next week's episode, I'll have more positive things to say about... Hold on, let me take that back. I love Marathon. I have largely positive things to say about it. It still needs some help. It still is having some growing pains. I wish Vault Breakers is going to be around for longer, for a lot of people to get into the game and get used to it. I'm hoping that I have good things to say about Vault Breakers in next week's episode. And I hope that it's the mode that people who were looking to play PvE only stuff, I'm hoping that's the mode that is going to really click with them for Marathon. Or for, like, people that loved the original Marathon games, or they loved Destiny 1 and 2, because it still feels like a Bungie shooter. Like, it still has that impeccable Bungie shooting that all the other games do. It's just...
the thing they do arguably better than everybody else.
Right. It's just in a genre that is not the most popular. It has way less market interest than something like Call of Duty or even Destiny does. And then, you know, it has all of these perception issues around its launch and its difficulty and all that stuff. So hopefully these next 2 weeks are going to be a good thing for Destiny, and hopefully it brings more people in. So that's Marathon in a nutshell. The very large, very long nutshell. That's all I've been playing this week. Let's get through our couple of releases here real quick. First up here is Disgaea Mayhem, coming out this week for PS5. Sorry, the week of July 20th. PS5, Switch, Switch 2, and PC. This is an interesting spin-off of Disgaea that's like kind of a Musou game, but also kind of like a third-person hack and slash, like action thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting kind of mishmash of stuff. What I know you said you're picking it up, Nip. What are you kind of excited for here?
It's just a Disgaea game. That's all I'm excited for. But what I am interested to see how they handle this, because like you were saying, it looks like a Musou game, but it's not done by the group that normally does it. It's just these guys giving it a try. Which is really weird if you heard the other announcement about the Prinny Party game that they're coming out with. That's just basically Mario Party.
I did see that, which I thought was pretty wild.
I mean, I'll be honest, like, I love the fact that, like, so many more franchises are jumping into the Mario Party genre. Like, I have the Lego Party game, which I really want to play on my Xbox. Like, I have that one. The fact that they're doing the Hello Kitty universe version of the same thing.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, bring it on. More and more of these coming to more and more platforms is always good.
I heard the Lego Party game was actually really good too.
I've heard it's really, really good. I really want to play that thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, with this one, with Mayhem, it looks like you're only playing as one character, and you're switching between the 7 weapon types, and that's where you get the different skills and bonuses and stuff like that from. And there was something about being able to equip pets that'll help you fight as well.
Sure.
I didn't want to get too far into it because I'm like, I'm picking it up anyway, so I'll have more to talk about it next week, assuming my copy comes in on time.
Right.
But primarily, I was just giddy at the notion of being able to hit 9,999 hundred. 999,000, you know,
trillion.
Exactly, billions with all this. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, that's Disguise.
It is.
Go ahead.
Did you see what the what the story is for this one?
No.
So every time they do every Disgaea game, they always up, I guess, what tier of Overlord you are, what tier of the Netherworld it is.
Yep.
This is currently the super duper Netherworld.
I love these games so much. They're so dumb.
The main story behind this is that the current Overlord's father had died. They were known for making a very, very great tasting flan, and in the revolt that killed that Overlord, the people that revolted ate all of the flan. So now the new Overlord is taking over to beat the flan out of them so they can have the flan back. And this is why I love Disgaea games.
That's right. Oh my god. All right, well, this guy Mayhem.
I love their obsession with flan.
It's really good.
I love it.
Man. Next up is Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remastered, finally coming out on the Switch 2. If you haven't played these, the HD remasters of these are really solid, and it contains 2 of the best Final Fantasy games. Yes, X-2 is great. Shut up.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, it's
the dress spheres are awesome.
It broke back the job system, kind of.
Yeah. It's really good, and 10 is like a stone cold classic for a reason. Like both these games are really great, and I liked a lot of the improvements they made on 10 and a lot of the kind of quality of life stuff. So go check that out if you haven't played that quite yet. Next up here,
if you've never played 10, there's also a really weird laughing sequence. Just get through it. The rest of us did. The game's great.
It's bad for a reason, but it kind of got translated in a weird way.
Weirdly.
Wouldn't you know it? JRPGs and translation issues. Next up here, we have Splatoon Raiders coming out on Switch 2. This is a single-player only, non-multiplayer, kind of like level-based looter-shooter roguelike Splatoon game. So it seems really cool. It kind of takes the ideas that Splatoon typically has, and then has you, much like Granblue Fantasy, kind of replaying a lot of stuff to get stronger, find better gear, loot better stuff, start getting up higher tiers and things like that throughout this game. I think this looks pretty cool. I'm happy to see them kind of take a different approach to Splatoon, not just, hey, we're doing the multiplayer thing again, which I'm sure they'll make a Splatoon 4 at some point. But it's nice to see them doing something a little bit different here. So that's
well, they're just keeping with it too, because Splatoon is a very interesting game to play, but if you read the lore, is an extremely dark game.
Oh, it for sure is. Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And
Everything returns to crab, baby.
that's right. And lastly, here we have Scarlet Deer Inn finally coming out on PC. This game I've been watching for quite a while here. It's a 2D side-scrolling kind of adventure game, but every frame of animation in this game has been hand embroidered. So it turns into a
Hold on. Did you just say embroidered?
yes, embroidered. So like hand stitched, hand embroidered. So like every character, every thing, a lot of the backgrounds aren't, because I couldn't imagine how much work that would be. But I would really, really recommend checking out a trailer for this, because it looks incredible, and I like that we're seeing a lot more games like this that are hand drawn or hand embroidered like this, or like using kind of physical materials to make the game. It's nice to know that tools are getting to the point where more people can make more stuff like this, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So check that out. That's Scarlet Deer Inn. And that is the end of our episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Everywhere to find and follow us is on the right-hand side of the page. Don't forget to join the Discord server, discord.tvgp.tv. If you're still doing the Final Fantasy V Forge Out Fiesta, everyone is still rocking on that. There's like a month and a half left. That's still ends at the end of August, so you still got plenty of time to do a run over there. And don't forget to join our Patreon over at patreon.com/E1M1 or E1M1.cash.
Those ones are the numerical digits. 1.
The $5 a month tier is a recommend one that gets you everything, anything above and beyond that is greatly appreciated. If you can't support us over there, like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff on YouTube and Twitch. We do stream there every weekend. And come join the live stream, come join the chat. And please rate us positively on your podcatcher of choice. That is the easiest way to support any show you love that pleases the algorithm and helps more people find us that maybe don't know about the show quite yet. All right, I think that's it. So we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Boy.
Bye.
All right, Nimp, what are your titles?
All right, I have The Anti-Atreus, The Long Gun from '89, The Hate Train is Getting Faster, Losing is Fun, and Very Large, Very Long Shell.
Okay, what do you have?
Give a lot of credit. I'm playing the game. Catwoman is the anti-Atreus. Shivers Through My Soul. That's video games. And Crash Upon the Rocks.
I have Take It Up with Warner Brothers, The Long Gun from '89, and The Hate Train is Getting Faster. What are we feeling? What are we feeling?
I kind of like The Long Gun from '89, just because I can picture that scene
That's right.
so crystal clear
The
from my
incredibly
childhood.
long gun. I also just like the sentence, The Long Gun from '89. It sounds incredibly cool.
I'm good with that, and I am ready.
Okay, I'm circling it.
I am ready too.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 978 for July 20th, 2024. The Long Gun from '89.
I don't understand that reference.
Pulling that shot off freehand was ridiculous.
All right, thanks everyone for watching. Greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Boy.